Equipment dealers, know your market inside and out with Fusible's dealership solutions. Do more with good data at fusible.com/thedirt. Hi everybody, welcome back to Equipment World. You're watching The Dirt. I'm your host Brian, and today we're here to talk to Bobcat about something they haven't traditionally been in. Large excavators. As you guys may know, traditionally Bobcat has dropped off at about that 8-ton mark when it comes to excavators, but now they're starting to move up into the larger machine market. And here to talk to us is Ryan Saunders from Bobcat. So my first question is probably the same question a lot of people in the industry have. Was Bobcat planning on getting into the larger excavator market on its own, or was this kind of more something that came out of the merger with Develon?
The new large excavators, and we're launching 4 new large wheel loaders. It's kind of an extension of kind of a pre-existing partnership from Doosan Bobcat, that partnership with Hyundai Infracore. And so that company since 2019, so it dates a while back, where they have supplied Bobcat with our E145 and E165. And so we've really just been kind of expanding that partnership to include these 2 new large excavators as well as these 4 new large wheel loaders. One of the reasons that we've chosen to partner with Hyundai Infracore, they make a really high quality and high performance product. One thing I will say is with equipment of this size and its cost, you really need to have that supportive kind of dealer relationship. It's key to that customer success. And so people tend to forget that, when you partner with an OEM to manufacture equipment, it's a great product, but it has to be backed by our company, our brand, and obviously we have a really experienced and extensive dealer network. And so I know our dealer network, they do a great job. We're committed to support, provide great service, warranties, sales programs, and more.
I will say that is one of your strong suits is the dealer network. We have the common trope in our side of the space that is the best piece of equipment to buy is the one that has a network behind it that's going to keep it up and running. And you guys do have a pretty extensive network, so that's great. My next question is, what weight class are we looking at with these machines? It's my understanding that you've got multiple machines. What sizes are we talking?
But before we get into that, I want to take a second to tell you about the sponsor of this video.
Equipment dealers. Want an edge in today's market? Fusible provides the crucial sales data and market analysis you need to make smarter inventory and sales decisions. Imagine knowing exactly what's selling in your region, understanding emerging trends, and optimizing your stock to meet demand. With Fusible's flagship products like EDA data, you're not just reacting to the market, you're anticipating it. Get the advantage at fusible.com/thedirt. What weight class are we looking at with these machines? It's my understanding that you've got multiple machines. What sizes are we talking?
Yeah, so for these 2 new large excavators, we have the E220. That's going to be roughly 22 tons. It's a conventional tail swing model. That's roughly 174 horsepower. And then on the flip side, we have the E245. That's a little bit bigger, roughly 24 tons. That's 189 horsepower. And that's more of a reduced tail swing model. So kind of have a few different options at that size class for those customers.
Yeah, those are handy sized machines too for getting into small job sites. I'm a huge fan of those machines. So starting to get into some of the specs and features, can you give us kind of a high-level overview of what some of those key specs are and what we can look forward to in these machines?
Yeah, so some of the specs, I know with both machines, roughly, dig depth, roughly maybe 22 feet. Reach, you're going to have roughly around 32 feet. Dump height, maybe around 26 feet. As far as some of those features, I like to bucket them. The first one is you really be able to customize and scale the performance. And so we have 4 different power modes that we're offering on our large excavators. If you're looking to do more like fuel efficient, lighter duty tasks, you can do economy mode, or if you need full scale, top work group speed, peak digging performance, you can go all the way to Power Plus mode. Similarly, you can customize it depending on the type of work you're doing. So we have 4 selectable work modes. And so if you're doing digging, lifting, if you're using an attachment that needs 1 or 2-way hydraulic flow, you can customize it that way. Couple other pieces of the features. On the comfort side, I know if you get into the cab, it's really roomy. We have a heated air suspension seat. It comes with a standard 8-inch touch display, access to your rear and side cameras. You have Bluetooth, troubleshooting, all of that. And then the last feature that I'll kind of speak to has to do with efficiency. And so it comes with a feature called Smart Power Control. And so again, with a machine at this size, you really want to be as efficient as possible with your fuel. And so it just, the feature matches the load to the engine RPM, the hydraulic pump, and the engine response. And so it kind of helps out from that perspective.
All right, so my final question is kind of big picture. What were some of the factors at play that made Bobcat decide to pursue these larger machines? You guys have traditionally been on the smaller side of the machine market, and this is kind of a big step up. What made you decide to make that leap?
Yeah, you bet. And so really, as we're launching this larger equipment, we're trying to add complementary options for customers that want to take on larger jobs. A lot of customers really love the Bobcat compact stuff. They have that really great dealer relationship, but we just don't necessarily offer equipment that they're looking for the jobs that they're doing. And so really trying to offer complementary equipment for those customers. And then the other part is just with the boom in construction over the last however many years, whether it's commercial or infrastructure, residential, a lot of the, large wheel loaders, large excavators, you see a lot of these on construction sites. And so kind of a strategic move there.
Gotcha. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for the time. I appreciate all the information. And like I said, I am looking forward to getting one of these in my hands to see how it performs.
You bet. Thank you so much. Appreciate the time.
Well, thank you again for Ryan coming on the show to discuss the new move into large-scale excavators for Bobcat. I'm curious to see how they perform in the field, excited to get my hands on one. As always, I hope this helps you in your business. We'll catch you on the next episode of The Dirt.